All right, here we are continuing our adventures on the CyberDefenders platform, continuing with part 2 of the TeamSpy exercise. The emergency situation has been corrected, ergo I can now come back to this, along with no other portions on my time. So, when we left off, we were trying to dig through a dump of Outlook.exe, and praying that some information would remain in regards to the email in question that kicked all this off. And so we are looking for the sender's email address that delivered the phishing email. And it looks like it's an @ something, so single character dash something dot 2 characters. So let's take a look. Get this transitioned over. And so let's take a look. So in the last one, we were able to confirm philip.price at e-corp.biz was the email address of the person in question. And digging through, what we can see is that apparently there was something from Karen Miles at t-online.de, which would match the information to in which that we're looking for. I'm just trying to dig through that in regards to you'll not be able to download your network contacts and their status feeds in Outlook. Do you want to cancel? If you do not create the connection with a social network, you will not be able to blah, blah, blah. Envelope 2, reply to, so it kind of indicates that it's coming through there, but I don't see anything immediately that stands out, but this is the only thing that was captured. So we're going to take a stab at it. See if it's Karen Miles at T Online, to in which it is. Hooray! Okay, so now we're looking for a document to in which to have pulled down. I don't remember. Well, we have dump. I vaguely recall previous exercise that we had to use something to sit there and literally strip all the files out. Headers, footers, intro. Interesting. Okay. So then let's see if we can pull out, using foremost, if there's anything we can gather from all this. So it should be what? So Outlook was 2692, right? Yes. So then we should just be able to do foremost 2692.dmp and see what shakes out from there. Which I'm assuming it's output. looks like it. And we'll wait for it to finish. And then we're looking for a doc or a docx file, I'm assuming. Done. Okay. And oh, it cleaned up after itself. So we got docx. And 006235584. And just for shits and giggles. I would like to update the or dump the sample in. Let's see, C74-TeamSpy. This is the office system still. Output docx, and yeah, just the file name alone looks extremely sus. Interestingly enough, nothing picks up anything. Maybe I'm not digging in the right area. And just looking for any sort of hint, and of course we get the format, but there is no starting portion to the hash, no ending portion to the hash. So we are literally going to sit there and just, we're going to run. Run blind. So we're going to grab the MD5 as they're asking. And we're going to plop it in here, and we'll see as to whether or not if that works. It is not. Okay. So what if we I want to try to get more information in regards to that email itself. So, I mean, we're able to pull the files, so I guess theoretically I could go through and so we get the from, which confirms. So what if we, can we just take the from portion? Let's do this. Just get me the address. We've already confirmed that. And then give me 15 lines before and after, and let's see as to whether or not if this gives us something else to kind of parse out. So we get the return path. It's like, if we go far enough, should we not get the, okay, eCoin invoice. Is it A that's before the hits? And then I'm assuming it's, oops, B that's after, right? Is that how it works? Because I want all the lines before and after. It's like, okay, tell me the name of the file to in which this thing sent. I mean, that's what I want. Ultimately, because we need to know exactly what we're looking for here. Okay, so we get the header information, not really a whole heck of a lot. So realistically, yeah, your best option is going to be C, even though it's going to sit there and just make a mess of everything. But you want the details, you're going to have to suffer. Here's your invoice. We appreciate your business. Okay, so we've got a portion more of the email itself. And it looks like we just got just generic crap that went with it. But I mean, typically inside the headers, you would get the portion where it would tell you, okay, the attachment. And you'd get more information from there. But ultimately, I mean, I'm not getting a whole heck of a lot here. Hoping that it would be something tied together. Okay, so that apparently wasn't it. Audit tells us exactly what comes through, right? We just get generic file names. We got the one doc file or docx. There's not a PDF. But interestingly, we have empty archives, supposedly for zip. Okay, so that doesn't do anything for us. HTML files? I was really hoping we would get something more. Docx. I was really hoping there would have been something in there to denote. Crap. No, that's not what I wanted to do. As much as I hate to have to expand it even further. I need something to point me in the right direction for what was attached. to the stinking email. It seems like it should be like the very next section here. I mean, okay, we've got the message. If it was a link to something, then okay, we should have something here, but I mean, great, yeah, we got that the subject is a eCoin invoice, but I don't have any sort of additional information on what was attached to said email. And I mean, I just tried to extract files and we didn't get anywhere. And apparently it is not the Word document. Yeah, we have all these aspects for the email, but we don't have. Now, tell me what file was attached to the stupid email. Okay. Then let's try this. We get a point of it. Can we not just try eCoin invoice and see what gets spawned out from there? Yeah, we just get this chunk, but nothing that says attachment. Okay, so HTML file looks like it contains the. Let me blow it up for you. So that's exactly the text to in which we observed in the previous aspect. Okay, so we have the HTML for the email in question. Question is, won't you tell us what the damn attachment was? It just kind of makes me wonder as to whether or not if all of these are going to be exactly the same. So what else do we have then? Not entirely sure I want to sit there and screw with a bunch of those. OLEs? Well, our Word document didn't seem to lead us anywhere. No, DLLs, there were too many there. OLEs. Might be time to see about a new headset because it just sounded like that dropped off. Negative. Well, let's drop the other one in here, just see if anything changes. So apparently that's a Word doc. So what did we already try? Starts with AD. Yep, and it has absolutely no problem. So let's just... So we're just going to grab from the OLE and see if that actually works. I'm not expecting it to. Which it did not. So starting in 727, ending in 3 Delta 2 did not work. Well, if that finishes, we might be able to sit there and take a look at the images, if anything will actually show through. But ultimately, I'm still marginally peed off that, of all things, I can't seem to find the portion. Why am I making this so difficult? I believe it's the word attachment. Okay, that was stupid. I will acknowledge that. Let's start with 10, 4 and back. Because if there is actually a full header to that email in question, then we should be able to find it with the property of attachment. Of course, what we may want to do is update it as attachment colon. Oh, come on. We had all these other renditions of attachment, and you're telling me that there's not a single attachment colon? Yeah, like, okay, attachment. smime.p7m. Kinda sorta like that. Kinda. I'd love to know as to what the name of this thing was. So let me guess, not a damn thing, right? Nope. Hmm. Crap. Well, that didn't help. I mean, it is specifically, what is the MD5 of the malicious document? So there should be a malicious document somewhere. So I'm hoping this would be something that might have been dumped in like temp. Okay. Interrupt it. Instead, put this to file scan.txt. And once that finishes, I'll basically just pause the recording and just kind of dig through that, see as to whether or not if I can find anything else. So that's what I'll do, and then take a look, see if I can find anything that kind of stands out that looks a little bit odd. And we'll go from there. So let me just pause this for the time being. Okay, so a lot of stuff on there, but effectively, so I dropped it. I did go through and do an export for looking for doc files. And the only things that look like they could possibly be would be Georgia opposition, NATO English -F. Unfortunately, those don't really seem to give any sort of indication in regards to, an eCoin invoice or anything else along those lines. So it doesn't quite match what we're looking for. So the other tact I decided to try was, okay, Excel, or not Excel, but Outlook stores, or the database files for emails, everything else like that, are PST and OST. I believe their OST is to whether or not if it's or put to an exchange, so it's the local cache copy. PST is basically your standalone. So went through and did grep -F with both .pst and .ost. No OSTs, but there were PSTs. So the thought process was go through, make a PST_files folder, and then basically do a dump files of anything that was .pst, and basically export them. Because trying to do the memory dump didn't get me any closer, so let's try it from the aspect of actually pulling the PST files. And if I've got to dig up an old copy of something, Outlook or something else like that, to try to dig through this stuff, I will go through and do that. And that's effectively where we find ourselves right now. So let's see, dumping anything with the PST into the PST files. I don't know what else to go through and do, considering the fact that, Foremost did not carve any documents out. Well, okay, apparently did not carve out the documents in question. Oh boy, this might take a little while. So I don't think that this gives actual size. So this is gonna take a little bit to run. And then I might have to sit there, grab those PSTs, grab them off. I wonder if Thunderbird is able to view. Nope, I would have to install Outlook PST converter to convert them to something that Thunderbird would be able to sit there and supposedly be able to handle. So I might have to go through and do a couple of other things. Maybe. Okay, so in the interest of time, yet again, I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'm going to probably get something to drink, something to eat quick, and then hopefully by this point it'll finish extracting everything. So no time for you, but who knows how long for me. So see everybody in a moment, or a bit, as opposed to a bite. Okay, I got a little bit outside help. So going through, I was directed, should get PFF-tools installed onto the Remnux VM. And then they checked and gave me a rendition of, okay, once the stuff is extracted, go and run PFF export, which would have been installed from the PFF-tools. Go through, give it this command inside of the directory where you have the PST files. It looks like it did some sort of conversion. And then basically it's like, okay, just chop off a bunch of it, just leave the name, portion for, so find dot dash type f dash name, and then just do the asterisk dot doc. And so apparently through this entire process, it was able to sit there, pull out, or make the PST files malleable to which we've extracted, and then from there pulls out any document that would have been in there. So now we actually have the Word document in question as pulled from these particular aspects. So if I can get this to open up. Little bit of lag. All right, so we do need eCorp Office, and then the PST files. And PST dat export. Top of Outlook data file. Inbox message 11. There we go, message 11. And we've got everything that's there. So if we take a look at the message just to confirm, crap, that's not what I was hoping to do with that. Not quite. Let's just go straight into the attachments. One, bank statement 088. Okay, if this comes back that it's the same doc, I'm going to be upset. A zero size file. Okay, it's not recovered, right? None of these. VCAB. So, okay. Top data, inbox, message 11, attachments. All right, 51.9 kilobytes. Hopefully this one comes back as opposed to a 0-byte file. Hooray! We actually have something in terms of results. Okay. So we have Charlie 2 Delta ending in 5 Charlie 9. So oh goodness. What was the Bitcoin wallet address that ransom was demanded? Is that going to be in the excuse me. All right. This is a month ago, so sent. Interesting. I haven't had effing time getting these contracts ready for our loan. Did you check the status of the account yet? Okay, so this is internal stuff back and forth. Since this seems to be the good copy of the stuff. Oh, this looks like a ransom note. If you are... Oh, sorry. I just realized I don't have it transitioned over. So I am looking inside of the PST folder that we extracted out into the top of Outlook data file, inbox sent. It was just digging through there. Message 1 was internal communications, and this is message 2. The Armada Collective, and they want 5 Bitcoins, and they have an address, which we need the wallet address, which is denoted right there. So that's fortuitous, assuming that's actually right. It is. Okay. We're going. What is the ID given to the system by the malicious files for remote access? Apparently they've got some very interesting. And they don't list anything else. So they basically, okay, so he replied back. Mm. Oh, the, is this, it's not. So sent item for message 4 is a reply from Price to that Karen Miles that originally sent the malicious doc, denoting that apparently the document is broken. You need to resend a working copy. And reply to, since 11 was where everything was stemmed from. Okay, so we are back to the question that gave us problems before, 3, 3, and 3. Puppy's getting mouthy. Although it is almost dinner time for her, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I had it in my head last time doing part 1 of this. It was the edit box command, and it's where we were able to sit there and pull the password for that Skype C2 auto update. There was a portion that denoted the TeamViewer ID that was installed. The 528812561, and then the quick password of 8218, which I think that they're a lot longer this time. But it didn't work last time, but I don't know. It is spaced the way that they demonstrated, but apparently not. So let's rerun the oh yeah, I gotta go back a directory, so we'll go back into eCorp. Yes, I do realize that I have not transitioned. I am just rerunning the edit box just so I can double check. Okay, so edit box is rerunning. We are 50 minutes of recording. I think this is going to be a 3-parter. So I was really hoping to sit there and get all this stuff hammered out, but where are we at? 8 out of 16, so we're give or take halfway done. I mean, realistically, I'd love to be able to get us up to at least, well, I mean, if we could figure out these last three questions, we might be okay. So we need to get the IPv4 address that the actor last connected to the system with remote access. So we're going to have to find a connection log then for TeamViewer. I don't suppose we'd be so lucky as to those notes that I did jot down. That it denotes 54174131235. Should be apparently 2 digits, dot 1 digit, dot 2, dot 3. And that's not anywhere. No, 2, 3, 3, 3. Oh, crap. No, that's not going to work then. Okay, so that reruns, and we are given the same exact thing. 528-812-561. The password yet again. That's been set. So 512-812 should be it. Right? Format should be 3 space 3 space 3. Oh. Maybe we know what the password is quick. 8218. But outside of that, I got nothing. I mean, just not a damn thing. And we've got the ID and we have the password as the way that stuff is supposed to sit. But yet it does not take it. So let me just, I guess, type it in. 528 single space 812 single space 561. What? So same exact digits, except I just hand typed it out and hit enter, and it took it that time. So I don't know as to whether or not if it's just something funky, because it looks like it's some Cyrillic text before that. Now let's go back to NetScan. See if we have a foreign address that matches what we're looking for, technically. So, as a reiteration, should be 2.1.2.3. nothing that really seems to trip. Or at least that matches up with what they're expecting. I'm not seeing any IP address in here that wait, 2.1.2.3. If that's email. Well, that's the only thing that I see, even though I'm not really expecting that to work. And that's an invalid flag. Alright, so it is not 64.4.26.155 as it denotes from Outlook. So I tried, not so much. Let's see. Well, we could. We could try strings. And grep for TeamViewer, since that's the big thing for this. Let's say 10. Oh, I am really not going to probably like what this is going to resolve to. Yeah, it's an awful lot. Because I was hoping it might be some sort of event log or something else like that that might end up showing up. Because I'm basically trying to do strings through the entirety of the capture. Effectively just praying that we get lucky. Yeah, so there's plenty of TeamViewer stuff here that's basically hitting. But I would really like. What if we add a grep to the grep? Uh, so if we try to say grep regular expression for an IP address, is there a? Yes, there is. Shellhacks.com regex find IP address file grep. Okay, because that is god awful to look at. Let's do 25 because we're going to try to clean this up. And so we're just going to, excuse me, copy and paste this. So I want the front and back of TeamViewer by 25 lines. And then any hit that's there, I then want you to go through and pull an IP address using regular expression. So I mean, technically it would match anything from 0.0.0.0 to 999.999.999.999, even though we know that 999.999.999, well, that technically anything over than 255, 255, 255, 255 is invalid. But good luck trying to sit there and put that together. I suppose I could sit there and try to actually whittle it down even more to the actual framework, right? Because I would need to somehow create one that would be 2 characters dot 1 character dot. I would have to probably work on trying to reform the regex, because it would technically have to be 2 characters. Oh, what is it? Regex 101, I think, is one of those sites that allows you to build everything out and test it with some generic data. Maybe I can build a better regular expression and actually just basically trim it. Just waiting for regex 101 to load. Oh, it finished. Search a regular expression here. So we would need to match it twice. Dot match that once. Match it twice. Dot match it right. So we want to match it twice, once, twice, 3 times. And then if we take everything that's here, because there's some mix. And we put our test data in here. I realize you guys can't see this, so, but you know, your regular expression matches jack and crap. Well, aren't I screwed? Wait, like I got it. All right. Supposedly. All right, so let's clean this up then. I don't really know if this is gonna work, but I got one hit. And I know it's a mess, but effectively it's looking for 0 through 9 twice, a period, 0 through 9 once, a period, 0 through 9 twice again, period, 0 through 9 3 times, and that should be it. So assuming this runs through, and for the data that I have, we should have 31.6.13.155. So again, we're doing strings on the vmem file for the ecorp box. We are grepping for any rendition of TeamViewer, grabbing the pre and post 25 lines of where we find the hit for TeamViewer. We are then grepping and using regular expression to find 0 through 9 twice, dot, 0 through 9 once, dot, 0 through 9 twice, dot, 0 through 9 3 times. And assuming that this goes through, then we should end up, like I said, with the only result coming back out of what was the data that we originally got up here. All this stuff here should be this one right here. But let's actually, I guess we'll confirm that while that's doing its business. But let's see as to whether or not if I'm actually... That's nice. That's real nice. Strings. Just pray to God that, you know, you can work out a regular expression and you have enough info to sit there and actually try slicing and dicing through this. And that's still kicking off, so that's fine though. That was interesting. And something of a pain in the posterior. And we're still waiting, but let me switch back over to Remnox. Transition. Okay, only result right there. 31.6.13.155 as previously confirmed through my crappy rendition of regular expression. Okay, so then we need to find public functions regarding, what was the... I think this is going to take us back to that Word document. What public function in the Word document returns the full command string that is eventually run on the system? I did not pull down the actual document name and dump that in, nor did I capture. But so there's that. So if we just come back to this, and we've got the team viewer aspect. Just give me another window, please. And I suppose while we're doing that, let's pull open this, and then what is this? What is 31.6.13.155? Granted, the exercise does appear that it occurred in 2016, so I would not be surprised if we're not going to find much of anything useful as it sits. Oh, at least with this one, we were able to actually get something. So, and we're waiting for virus total to reload with our 1_bank_statement_088.452.doc. And we want to just go ahead and let that just rerun itself. We'll go back to Alien Vault. Close the extra. And then what do we have in regards to the IP address in question? Moscow, Russian Federation, which kind of tracks. I mean, when we did the edit box command, we did get what looked like Cyrillic. Yeah, and confirmed. Although it's not an A block list. But again, this occurred, what, it's over 6 years ago, effectively. All right, so there's the updated open file. I don't suppose we'll get any of that worthwhile stuff here that we'll need. I don't believe so. Okay, well, it's a Word doc, so Remnox should have the typical tools for documents. Max Mind. So it would be a public function, right? Yeah, okay, so this is updated, but that's not going to give us what we want. Then what I want is, we've got a copy of the file in question, which is this message 0001. So we're just going to copy this. We're going to just kind of come back into eCorp. We're going to paste this in here. So then I should just be able to theoretically go CD message, CD attach, and we list. There's our one bank statement. Oh, sorry. I still have virus total pulled up. Okay, so let's do the transition. There we go. So me just navigating in the file system. So, OEL VBA, we want the document. I need a reminder. Remove macro source code after replacing all obfuscated strings by the decoded content. Okay, so we want dash dash decode dash dash reveal we want detailed display full results. Yeah. What public function in the Word document returns the full command string that is eventually run on the system? Public function. All right, let's just drag this up to the top of the file and let's just work our way back down because, okay. Public sub img painted, create object, run. What public function in the Word document returns the full command string that is eventually run on the system? Is there any hints? Looks like 6 characters. So it could be WFCFF. It can't be the DGFGB.run. It can't be SUDVC. Looks like it basically just stacks a bunch of that crap together. Well, what about... There's the sub. Shh, Nikes. All right, so I'm gonna grab this. Nope, that's not the function. Well, I mean, it is doing run. It wants to run usojar, which usojar is a public function. Although so is, that's 3, that's 6 altogether. And if I can at least get this portion done, then okay, this is just be a 3-parter, and then when I'll have time. Oh, sweet. Okay. Switch this over. Exactly what we needed. Okay, so that will take care. Okay, so the whole aspect is to pay attention to the .run and then follow for the public functions to make sure that they're declared as public functions. So that gets us the first 10 of 16 questions out of the way. And with all that being said, we will pick back up and make this into what looks like to be a 3-parter. And the rest of it will be the other system that we have yet to touch in regards to this. So with all that being said, this has been part 2 of TeamSpy on the CyberDefenders platform, and I will see everyone in what will hopefully be the last part to TeamSpy.